Good morning and welcome to Bliss Yoga. So today this is just going to be a short class which is suitable for beginners and anyone really that just wants a quick, short, sweet practice. So let's start by coming into a comfortable seat, resting our hands down onto our thighs, palms facing up or down, whatever we're feeling. And then dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. We're still sitting up tall. And if it feels right, just closing the eyes, turning our attention inward. Starting to lengthen the breath, inhaling and exhaling through our nose. We're just trying to slow the breath down. Keeping our awareness in our breath and making the intention to continue lengthening and becoming aware of the breath throughout the practice. So inhaling as we drop the left arm down to the left side and exhale, reaching the right arm up overhead. So really reaching through the left arm fingertips, but still rooting down on the right hip. Feeling a nice stretch in the side of the body. You can stay here or you can try and come down a little bit onto the forearm. And inhaling back up. Exhaling, placing the right arm down. Left arm reaches up over. Reaching through the fingertips again. Rooting through the left hip down. And making sure that our neck is in line with our spine, that we're not dropping the neck. And maybe coming down a little bit further. And inhaling back up. And exhaling as we move into a table position. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips, untucking the toes, and then dropping the belly and lifting the gaze for cow. And then exhaling as we curve the spine and bring the chin towards the chest for cat. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, curving the spine. Flowing with the rhythm of your own breath. Pushing the ground away when you're in cat to feel the stretch more into the back. And after your next round, just coming back to a neutral table. And then just walking the hands one step forward, tucking in the toes, grounding down through the fingers. So you're almost grabbing the mat and then lifting the hips as we inhale and the knees for downward dog, keeping a bend in the knees and just starting to walk the legs. Just warming up the legs. Paddling them one at a time. Doesn't matter if your heel doesn't reach the earth. And then coming into a still position. So we're grounded down through our hands. We're trying to bring our armpits towards each other to broaden the shoulders. And we're pushing our bum up towards the sky. Pushing back through the back of the legs. Trying to root down through the heels to the ground. If you're finding that you're arching in your back, take a soft bend in the knees to keep a neutral spine. And on your next inhale, stepping forward with the left leg in between the hands. And rising up the arms overhead, sinking into the hips for high lunge. But we want to make sure that our knee is over our ankle, not that it's going too far over, just above. Sinking down into the hips and reaching the arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Making sure that we're still breathing. Engaging the right glute, the right bum. And that's going to make the stretch more intense on the front of the right quad into the hip flexor and the quad muscles. We don't want to be overarching in our lower back. We want to reach the arms up and push the chest up so the back bend is more into the upper back. Fixing your gaze at one point to help you balance, help you focus. And on your next exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat. Bringing the knee back to join the other. Planting the hands down. Tucking the toes and then lifting the hips for downward dog again. And inhaling, stepping forward with the right leg this time in between the hands. If you're having trouble stepping forward, you can drop the left knee and then guiding the right forward. Sinking down into the hips again, reaching the arms up overhead. Just check your alignment to make sure that your ankle and your knee are over each other. Reaching the arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Sinking into the hips, pushing the bum down. And again, if you want to try and engage the butt on the left side, it's going to stretch the muscles at the front a little bit more. Listen to your body. Do what feels right. Fixing your gaze at one point to help you focus. Pushing the chest up. Using your breath to keep you anchored in the present. And on your next exhale, bringing the hands down and then bringing the right foot to join the knee. And then pushing it into your hands and coming into high plank. So we want to just make sure our wrists are under our shoulders, our feet are hip distance apart, we're pushing the ground away. And on your next exhale, shifting forward and just lowering down slowly all the way to the ground. You can drop your knees if you need to, onto your belly. And then bringing the forearms down, coming into sphinx pose. So we want to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders. Our hands are spread down into the ground, fingers spread, sorry. And our hands are in line with our elbows. The tops of the feet are pushing down into the ground. The feet are hip distance apart. And the neck is long. Now if you pull the hands and the forearms towards the body and open the chest. Not dropping into the shoulders, but pushing the forearms into the ground to make sure that the shoulders are away from the ears. And on our next exhale, just releasing, relaxing the chest back down, planting the hands next to the ribs. Inhaling, pushing into the hands, coming onto the knees. Bringing the knees a little bit wide to the edges of the mat, the feet together. And exhaling, bringing the bum down onto the feet, hands extended forward and dropping the head onto the ground for child's pose. And on our next inhale, starting to rise, walking the hands back towards the body, rolling onto a side, coming onto our bum, and lowering all the way down onto our back. Just bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out towards the sides. And resting the hands down beside the body, palms face up. Maybe just pulling the shoulder blades down and back if we feel like we're curving into the shoulders, rolling the shoulders forward at all. And just maybe closing the eyes if it feels right. Becoming aware of our breath. Just trying to notice where the sensations of the breath are. Whether we can feel movement in our belly, our chest, our shoulders. Just becoming aware of the sensations. If we're not able to feel anything, just bringing our awareness to the areas of the belly and the chest. And inhaling, opening the eyes. Using the hands to guide the knees together. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Wrapping your hands, arms around them. Giving yourself just a nice cuddle. Taking a moment just to give thanks to yourself for doing something that's good for your mind, your body, your soul. And rolling over onto the side and guiding ourselves back up into a seated position. And just bringing the arms up overhead as we inhale, palms together, and exhale, bringing the palms down towards the heart. Namaste.